Hello and welcome if you're watching us on Streaming Idiots. We're glad to have you here. We're going to be joining the StreamFEST Live Festival in just a minute. I am delighted that I've got Howard Jones along with me today. Howard is the creator of this wireless HDMI video transmission system that we're going to be talking about today. Howard, give everybody a big wave.
How to do. One of the creators.
One of the creators.
I'm on the tech team.
Don't you love that voice? Don't you? He needs to be on radio. That is an awesome voice. Awesome. I mean, nothing wrong with video either, Howard. I'm not saying you're not a good-looking guy, but you've got a great voice.
Yeah, I got the perfect face for radio. That's what they tell me.
Well, don't pay any attention to them. They're just jealous. Okay, let's see. Let me tune in a little bit to the other show and see if they're ready to bring us in.
You're live, Tom.
I'm live. Oh, golly. Okay. Well, gee whiz. I guess it is that time. It's 3 o'clock on the West Coast, and this is a behind-the-scenes look at Streaming Idiots because the folks at StreamFEST, Howard, the folks at StreamFEST are seeing my multi-view. So they're seeing all the top 8 shots that I've got queued up, including the shot that I'm sending you, which is the shot of you and I side by side. So this is a special
half a shot, right?
The half. That's right. 2 half a shots. 2 half a shots. So
I'm not sure we're hearing Howard actually.
You're not sure you're hearing Howard. Okay. All right, let's see.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How's that, Giles?
I can see you're hearing it.
Yeah. Okay. What about that? Howard, give him a 1, 2, 3 again.
1, 2, 3, Giles. 1, 2, 3.
We got you loud and clear. Lovely sounding audio. Thanks, Tom.
Okay, Howard, one more time.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Did you get that, Giles?
Yep, we got that. Lovely, thank you. Beautiful audio.
All right, because I had an echo here and I was trying to get rid of it. I think we've got everything just right. Okay, folks, if you're watching us on Streaming Idiots, we're going to do the official Jaws of Death opening here in just a second. If you're watching behind the scenes on StreamFEST Live, you get to kind of see how that works behind the scenes. So let's get going. We're going to go fade to black and start Periscope and do all the other cool stuff that we do with our X Keys keyboard. So here we go. Well, hello, welcome. I'm Tom Sinclair. This is Streaming Idiots, but today it's also StreamFEST Live because we're coming to you on a special Saturday afternoon edition of Streaming Idiots so that we can take part in this wonderful worldwide StreamFEST that started at 5 o'clock this morning on the East Coast. Well, 5 o'clock Eastern time, but it started in England. And has been zipping across the Atlantic and across the U.S. and will conclude, in another 2 or 3 days. I think I'm not sure what their schedule is after this, but the guys with World of Live Streaming have just put on a fabulous show. I hope it's going to be the first of many kind of annual events. Giles and Rudy and Merle and Kenny and Dave and Dan and Martin and Tommy and Jim and Fred and Billy, the whole gang has done, and Jan,
John Boy,
and Jan. That's right, and Jan. And these disembodied voices you hear, folks, are the folks at you'll see who they are in just a second. Anyway. I'm so delighted to bring you, this is the second time we're on today. The first time we were on a couple hours ago, we did an unboxing of the PTZ Optics 20X PTZ camera, the Gen 2, the new Gen 2, because we wanted to play around with it. It was brand new, out of the box. It's been sitting here in my studio for like 2 days, begging me, Tom, take me out of the box and play with me. But I couldn't do it because I had to unbox it today, and it was great. And then between that show and this show, I got to play with it some more and found out that they have done, the PTZ Optics engineer, Matt Davis, amazing guy. You need to meet him someday. He has done the amazing thing of reducing the latency of the IP stream, which was between 200 and 300 milliseconds. This is the IP stream right here, okay? This is the SDI latency right here. He has reduced this latency to almost the equivalent of the SDI latency. You like those graphics? You want to see them again? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. This is the IP latency. This is the SDI latency. Isn't that amazing what you can do with technology, the graphics? And you thought that was just my hands. Okay, but forget about all that technology. Coming up next is going to be even more amazing. And I got to tell you a quick story, and then we'll get into the stuff. And you probably noticed something over my shoulder here. I shouldn't even have it open yet. There, that's better. Okay. Because it's talking to me too. And it's saying, come, play with me. I'm more fun than the PTZ Optics camera. No. Okay. So I met this guy at StreamCon. And he was very striking, has a wonderful voice. You're going to enjoy his voice in just a second. And he was showing off this creation, this concoction, this amalgamation of technologies that he had put together, he and a team. I'll give his team some credit too. And that basically allowed you to take a camera that was a mile, 2 miles, 6 miles away, and bring it into your vMix production as if it were a camera attached to your PC. And was there some latency? Well, yeah, there's a little bit of latency, but it's we're talking about miles now, not feet, meters, inches. It was miles. And I was just blown away. And I said, number one, if you're going to resell these, if you want a dealer, I'll be your dealer. I will help you resell these all across the U.S. and across the world. It is that amazing. Now, could anybody have done this? I bet they could. But the matter is not could they, but this is somebody that has. And so with probably just a little bit more ado, I want to bring Howard in. Howard Jones. Welcome to the broadcast. Howard, this is Howard over here, by the way. If you're getting us confused, he's the one on the right. Howard, welcome.
All right, thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me, and also on behalf of the WIDA team.
The WIDA team. All right. WYDA.
Yes.
And that's we'll just get it right out of the way right now. It's WIDA, WYDA.co. That's the website, not .com, .co, WYDO.co. There it is right down there. You can copy it and go there right now. I was just pointing to the graphic below your name right there that has the website on it. But Howard, tell us about where you got the idea to do this thing, and then when the suspense is built up high enough, we'll actually show people what it is and what it does. Tell us a little bit of the history.
Okay. The long version or the short version?
Give me the 45-second version.
You cut me. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I'll cut you off.
So there's a team of us that work together. Most of us are in either the IT field or IP cameras, and also the wireless internet service provider field. And one day we brainstormed, and we also do live streaming. So after brainstorming from coming off a catastrophic failure using those other HDMI transmitters, actually we under-delivered on a live stream. We were doing a sports live stream, and the only solution we had was a wireless transmitter for the amount of cameras that we offered. We had the main camera, and then we overpromised. We had a couple of sets of wireless transmitters, and long story short, they failed us. So we went into the lab, and we said, hey, let's take some stuff we got, put it together, and experiment and come out with a good product that's economical, that people can use, and that maybe we can sell. And here you have it. We put this together. It's the wider
and works
HDMI transmitter and receiver, and it works. Yes.
Yes. Okay, well that was amazing. I've never asked somebody for a short story, and they've actually made it a short story. That was great. And so I
don't want to put you to sleep, so I gave you the nuts and bones.
No.
From catastrophic failure and necessity being the mother of invention.
Yep.
Those forces combined came together, and we produced this product.
I feel your pain. I do. I feel your pain. There's nothing worse than having to stand in front of a client and say, you can't get what you paid for. I don't want to ever be there again. Ever.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So your pain motivated you to create this thing, and you brought it to StreamCon in Atlanta 2 months ago and showed it off. And tell us about that experience. Tell us what you did.
Well, everyone there got it. I said, "Hey guys, look, I have this wireless transmitter. Let me rock it." And no one knew what I was talking about, and it was like getting a cold shoulder. Like, okay, yeah. And 1 second, 2 minutes. I'm like, "Hey, I got this HDMI transmitter. Let me rock." And then finally, we put the transmitter on the PTZ optics camera. And first we did the Panasonic GH4.
Right.
And so we had the transmitter on one end of the hallway and the receiver down the other end, which is about 30 meters.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, what's this? No latency. And it just sort of erupted, the attention sort of erupted from there, the interest. Okay, hey, let's take it outside. So what we do? We took it.
Hold on.
Around the corner.
Wait. You talk about, people talk about a chick magnet. Well, this was a geek magnet. It was wonderful.
This was a nerd magnet, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Keep going. Sorry, I just had to jump in.
Okay. Yeah, so they said, okay, we're going to put it to the test. And so they kept walking. Well, with the transmitter, and the receiver was on the inside in the lobby. We were watching the receiver, and who did we send out?
I think it was me and Kenny. The first
right.
time. I know Dave took it the second time and went from Atlanta to Marietta with it or something like that. But the first time it was just me and Kenny. Yeah. And I was on the phone, and y'all kept saying, go further. Yeah.
Yeah. The stress test, but we just couldn't stress it enough. It just kept going, just like Tootsie Roll. And it wouldn't stop. So I was like, whoa, and this, the signal was so powerful, was so robust that, almost like most of us have never really seen anything like this at that price point. And,
really? Well,
so the next step?
And we took the receiver outside and ran a cable inside to where the vMix PC was. And then Dave took the camera and the transmitter down the road, around the corner, and actually it was burning. It was shooting around a concrete block wall, through a grove of magnolia trees, and around the corner of the hotel, about, a quarter of a mile away. So it was no longer line of sight, and we were still getting great video. And then at one point, we substituted the Panasonic camera for the PTZ optics cam.
PTZ optics.
And ran the PTZ optics cam with a battery, and ran the transmitter. Of course, the transmitter was running with a battery already, and so the whole thing was wireless with no cords. I mean, it was just like, there are no cords here. Well, there it is, right there. All right, so tell us, show us, wow us. Let's see it. Everybody is thoroughly anxious to see it now.
Okay, so. It's what you see right there is you see the IP encoder on top of the battery.
Okay.
So the unit right now is portable, and here is the antenna. So it's a portable unit right there. I hope you can get a clear view. So that's the transmitter. It's operational, and what you see right there is
some
the
guy.
receiving unit. Yeah.
Oh.
The receiving unit, so that's the IP encoder of the receiving unit attached to a battery, which is the HDMI output from the IP encoder is going into the 7-inch monitor right there. It's mounted on a stand, and there is the antenna. Hey, you want to do me a favor? Just do a quick demo and grab this transmitter. So, yeah.
Send him down the hall. Send him across the street.
All right.
Send him to get a milkshake. That's what we need.
Okay. All right. So stop right there for a second. Don't move. So what he's going to do, he's just going to walk around this facility and just do a basic demonstration. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's see his camera shot.
Okay. You know what? I don't have it going into my vMix controller. I apologize.
Oh, it's on the monitor.
It's on the monitor.
All right.
Keep going. Don't stop till you get tired.
Can you zoom in some more on that monitor?
You know what? If you can turn on some lights in there, I think he's in a dark hallway.
I think he is.
All right. All right, you can come back in.
He's lost. Take a left.
Yeah, he is lost. Okay. Oh, he's going outside. All right, yeah, go outside. Go.
Now, folks, this is a totally unrehearsed demonstration. I know that the polish of this demonstration makes you think that we've been working on it for hours, but this is really something that we just threw together today. Unbelievable, I know.
All right, so it looks like we lost the signal this time. You know, it's hit or miss when it's not line of sight. Okay,
Right.
Bring it in. Oh, there he is. And actually, so the HDMI transmitter transmits audio and video. He's at the front door right now. And,
Back down the dark hallway. Down another hallway. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a
And
big
back into
place.
the studio.
And there he is. So this is actually, yeah, you can put it right there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And if you can close that door, Tom says thank you. If you can close that door, if it's still open, if you can close the doors.
And if you could order us a pizza for later, that'd be great too.
Oh, so speaking of which, that's my trusty assistant. And actually, this morning, from his apartment, and the back of his apartment faces the mountain where I am in East Orange. His apartment faces Eagle Rock Reservation. So basically, I went to the mountain or the hilltop, and we did a transmission. It's documented, 2.5 miles. And so look out for that video. We're putting the final touches on it now.
Okay, so Howard is now making this available as a kit, and
As a solution, yes.
as a solution, and it comes in a nice kit bag. All right. In fact, he sent me one the other day, and you know, I got the whole shooting match. It's wonderful. Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit. There we go. And so in the bag, it comes with, this is the part that I never use. This is the instructions, but it's got step-by-step instructions on how to assemble everything. It's got pictures and circles and arrows and drawing better than the graphics that I did earlier. Howard, do you mind if I go through the kit? Would that be all right?
Sure.
Okay. And you
That's
can
quite
just
all right.
jump in. You jump in with comments too.
Yes, that's a quick start guide.
Okay, so we've got a
That's
PoE
the padding.
adapter for power. We've got 2 of those. We've got, this is the fun part right
Yeah,
here.
so
This is the
yeah, that's
transmitter.
the PoE injector adapter for the transmitter, and there's one for the receiver.
Yep.
Yeah, IP encoder.
IP encoder. They got one of these for the transmitter, one of these for the receiver. The one to encode, the one to de-encode. And then a bunch of cables. And then we've got the actual radio itself. We've got a receiver radio and a transmitter radio. Now, Howard, I know these are marked receiver and transmitter, but are they bidirectional?
Yes. Oh no, they can't be interchanged. One is definitely have to be for the transmitter end, and one to the receiving end. So the receiving end and the IP encoder, they match together.
Okay.
And the transmitting antenna goes with the transmitting IP encoder.
The whole battery setup that powers the whole thing. And it's all in one kit.
Yes. So so the transmitter has a battery setup, a portable setup. The receiver does not. So you'll have to be forced to.
Assumed to be, landline power.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And you have done a video of setting this up. Do you have that video?
I do.
It's on the website, right? wyda.co. Okay, so if you go to the website, you can see the setup on it.
/ quick start.
/ quick start. All right. Very good. Very good. Giles, how are we doing on time? Are we doing okay on time?
Yeah, we're doing good. We've got about 7 or 8 minutes to go, Tom.
Okay. Well, let's switch over and take some questions because we may have a few questions. Let's see. There are no questions. If
you
got
want to
questions,
see some of the demo videos we've done.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've got some demo videos on the website.
Okay. Well, let's bring one in. wyda.co and oops. If you put an M on .co, it doesn't work. And yeah, here's a 1 mile demo. Oh, these are Vimeos, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we probably have the same. Yeah. Are you able to play them?
Well, I'm going to just bring it into vMix as a web browser. And let's see if we can play it in vMix. So we'll swap over to that. There we go.
Hi everyone, today we'll be demonstrating the WIDA HDMI wireless transmitting and receiving unit. This is the actual transmitting component itself. We'll actually be taking this transmitting unit in this car a mile down the road, see behind me. And right over here, we actually have the receiving unit. We'll be taking the antenna component of the receiving unit and facing it where that transmitter will be going.
We're looking good. Yes, I do.
And we're just going to speed up in time. Just a little bit, because we don't have as much time left as this video is. Although, as I recall, Vimeo doesn't like us to do that. Now we're 1 mile.
At that point was 1 mile out. We had to turn around, and at that point, you know, if the antennas are not facing each other at 1 mile, you'll have some dropouts. so I had to get out of the car, and once I turned around, face the antennas toward each other because we're headed back.
That makes sense.
There's a couple of comments
And
in the chat,
plus
Tom.
there was,
Yep, I'm catching them. Okay, Howard, I'm gonna bring down the volume
Yes.
on this. We'll let
Okay.
it loop in the background. And Tommy Willis says, with this kit, do you only have to add a camera and you're ready to go?
yes, plug and play is ready to go. No setup.
Plug and play. Plug and play. Okay. And David says in the chat room that he's dealing with a new puppy. Will you help him deal with his new puppy? No. He said,
Absolutely.
yeah. What is the latency from the camera to the switcher?
Oh, less than a second.
Less than a second. Okay.
Half a second. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'll show you when we go back to. I'll show you on the video when we go back to the.
Okay. All right.
Thing.
All right. And then Martin Stuckey, who is over in Switzerland, says, can you use multiple sets in the same network?
Yes. Yes, you can. And
All right.
the signal won't interfere with each other.
How many can you use in the same network? What's the most you've ever tested?
How many separate units?
Yeah.
I've tested 2.
Okay.
Well, let me get some clarity on what he means.
Yeah. Martin, tell us
Does
what
he
you mean.
Like 2 separate units going into the switcher, 2 sets of transmitters and receivers, or does he mean like 1 transmitter to 2 receivers?
I think he means 2 transmitters to 1 receiver.
Okay, yeah, 2.
So,
yes, you
so
can do
two
that.
two
That was a
cameras
special order.
come into one receiver. Okay, so special order to have a receiver that's
Yes.
capable of receiving both of them. Okay, all right.
Yes.
All right, so it would be interesting. That's going to be an option then for the system, is to be able to have 2 transmitters. Now, if you have a system that you buy that has 1
Or
transmitter
does he
and 1
mean
receiver,
Does he mean 2 receivers or 1 transmitter?
transmitters on the camera, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then maybe like the director will have one, and then maybe the switcher will have one. That's normally the workflow.
Or maybe there are 2 cameras out there, and he wants to bring both
2
cameras in.
and 2 transmitters to 1 receiver won't work.
Okay, so if you want to run 2 cameras, you got to have 2 complete sets.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. All right.
But you can do 1 transmitter to multiple receivers.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Let's check back in the other chat room and see. Okay. I don't see any other questions, but if you've got questions, you can shoot them to me or to Howard, and they will be available at easternshorebroadcasting.com start later this month. Yep. All right. So, Giles,
All right.
we will turn it back
yes.
over to you.
So let me demo the latency
Okay.
real quick. They
Oh,
want
okay.
to see it
One more
full screen.
second. We'll show you latency.
We're going to have a latency demo, so we'll just hang on for a second.
It's a latency demo.
It's a latency demo with latency.
Right.
If you
right.
can see my left hand going across the lens, and then if you can see
Oh,
the line
hold
in
on.
the far right corner.
Let's put you in there. Got it. That's not even a second. So it wouldn't work for lip sync unless you, of course, you were sending the audio over the same channel as the video.
Yes.
If your audio is coming in from a separate source, it's not going to work. And if you're doing, sports or something like that, you're not going to notice that half second difference. That's great. That's great. Well done, Howard. Well done. All right. Well, there it is. There it is. Thank you very much, guys. Giles, we'll turn it right back over to you.
Tom. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Howard. Hang on
Yeah.
just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Howard. That was most
Thank you,
interesting.
Joe.
A wireless device with that sort of range is very impressive. So thank you. Okay, well, in about 20 seconds, we will be going over to the world of live streaming.
Okay, I'm back. It's just you and me, Howard.
All right.
Well, just you and me and
Some
anybody
shows,
anybody that's watching the Streaming Idiots feed.
okay.
Then it's just you and me.
Oh, we got a little audience, 18 on
Okay, good.
YouTube.
All right, great. Yeah, those of you watching on YouTube, if you're just watching YouTube, you're welcome to come on over to the Streaming Idiots chat room, which is at easternshorebroadcasting.com, and then click the Watch Live tab. Looks like we've got another question. Kenny is asking, Howard, is there a box that brings the IP video back to HDMI, or is the signal IP via RTSP into vMix? I think it's HDMI
Yes,
into
that's
vMix, isn't it?
It's HDMI from the IP encoder into whether it's your monitor, vMix, or your switching software, your computer,
Right.
capture card.
So Kenny, it terminates at your PC, your vMix PC in HDMI. So you're pulling it in HDMI into your vMix PC. And so it's coming from an HDMI camera. It's being converted for the wireless transmission and then converted back to HDMI at the end with no degradation in quality. It's bit for bit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me check the other chat room, see if there are any kind of lingering questions over there. Tommy Willis is asking, and I don't know if Tommy's watching this broadcast or not, but he says, if you've got more than one transmitter receiver, are you able to change the frequency so they don't collide?
Each transmitter receiver is locked onto each other, and every transmitter receiver set is a unique what is that? As a unique signal that's locked onto itself, and so they won't cross connect with any other device.
Okay. All right. Martin is saying in the Streaming Idiots chat that you can actually get the RTSP from the transmitter in VLC. That's interesting. That's cool. And I see Samuel from Norway is watching. Hey, Samuel.
What's up, Sam?
We met him at StreamCon in Atlanta. He flew over
Yes.
to join us. And let's see, who else is watching? Howard Jones is watching. Hey, Howard, you're watching. All right, I see you in chat. And Jerome and Dave and Indrit and John O'Malley and Martin and the other Martin and Richard and Andrew and SECCS Media and Dave Edwards. I already said Dave. And M1 Sport. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. It was just kind of a different kind of thing here on a Saturday afternoon to get to hang out and talk tech with Howard Jones. I mean, can it get any better than that? I don't think so.
Yeah, is Dave Edwards up in here? He's a diehard. Yep.
He's on chat, but
like
he's
part of
also
the family.
He's also in the on the show, the StreamFEST show. So I think he's tied up on that. And Martin, it says, don't use two transmitters on the same network. You have to build a VLAN for each pair. Okay. Well, cool. I'm loving it. This is going to be great technology. I can't wait to get this one set up and play with it. Excuse me. Actually, I'm going to take it out to the local high school and show it to the stream team out there and let them see what they could do with this camera down on the field and in the parking lot. And we'll take it downtown and set it up for like a parade or a festival. We have parades here all the time. This would be the best thing. I think the Chamber of Commerce would really be interested in something like this. You know, they can just put up a wireless receiver on their office and send a roaming camera out there. Oh,
So,
Dave is
Tom,
in the chat.
You're on the Tom, you're on the Gulf Coast, right? On the Eastern Shore.
I am on the Gulf of Mexico. Right.
Yeah. So a good test would be to take it out to the beach and just have somebody just walk out for miles and miles.
Yep. Yep.
That way.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm thinking that Rich Ignacio, who was not able to come to StreamCon, but remember he's the jet ski guy, he could
Yes.
send somebody out in a
Very
boat
prolific.
to the other side of the race course, or to the left or the right of the race course with one of these cameras, and he could get on the water action. I mean, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. He could, and I'm sure a sponsor would eat that up. He could finance it with a sponsorship just like that.
Yeah. Fortunately, with this technology, it allows you more flexibility in your broadcasts and to be more creative. Because frankly, you'll have more range to play with. You can get these cameras in spots you normally would otherwise not have.
Yep. Yep.
Left field, right field, other end of the field, outside stadium.
Yep. Yep.
Sky's the limit.
Places that you never ever would have dreamt, because you knew that if it was Wi-Fi or something like that, it was going to drop off. And if you had a cable, you knew your cable wasn't going to go that long. All right. All right, Howard. Well, thank you so much for taking time out today to help me with this. I can't
My pleasure,
wait
Tom.
to play with this some more. And I'm
Thanks for
going to
having
send
me.
you an order for 1,000 units.
Sure.
He doesn't even flinch. Oh, I love it. I love it. Good. Okay. Well, we'll be talking some more. I'll let you go. Have the rest of your Saturday.
Thanks,
Thank you. You bet. You bet. It's my pleasure. We'll catch you later. Okay. Howard Jones. What a champ, and just a problem solver. I mean, that's what you want, is for folks that are going to figure out how to fix it. How to make it better, how to solve problems. In his case, it was how to solve a problem for himself. And now, he's sharing that solution. Now that he's figured it all out, he's sharing that solution with everybody else. So if you don't want to have to engineer this yourself, if you want something that somebody's already tested, somebody's already engineered it, somebody's already done it step by step, then the WIDA system is the one you want. Coming soon to an Eastern Shore Broadcasting store near you. The list price is $9.95, but if you buy 10 of them, we'll see if we can't make you a deal. Anyway, so we're gonna drop the stream here at Streaming Idiots, and we'll do it with our. Well, let's go ahead and do our outro close. And that's done. And we will see you guys. Oh, coming up this week, coming up Wednesday, August 9th, we have William Warfield from Prep Spin in. He's going to be talking all types of sports. And William will probably want one of these WIDA setups, at least one. In fact, I probably ought to see if I can't ship him one before Wednesday. It'll never get there in time. Anyway, what a great way, what a great time to be in the streaming world, with so many cool technologies that are coming out, so many great ways to solve problems, so many super ways to involve clients and to involve the community. Just it's so exciting. So thank you so much for tuning in. Head on back to stepbackintime.tv so you can watch the streaming, the StreamFEST live, which has got at least another hour or so to it. And I think Jim Jacobs is doing his OB trailer demo right now. So tune back into that And we will see you Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern for Streaming Idiots. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll let this run out.